What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
You?
Chopping you with an axe. Man, oh, he's poking my eyes. My eye. Man, you know how I feel
fight
about
dirty
my eyes.
sometimes. Fight dirty.
Next time I'm going to wear my shades, and then you won't be able to get so lucky.
Guys,
if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. We're growing every single day. You're getting the juju. People are nailing secret rares on Miles Morales for just having the juju. I'll explain that in a little bit, but hit that bell notification. You'll know every post. Yesterday I went live. Rob was at the hockey game. Rob, how was the hockey game?
It was a good game, actually. It was a tight game all the way through. Leafs won 3-2, so you always want to watch your team win. Good game.
Yeah. So we wanted to make sure that we had a video up. He was home really, really late. It would have been tight. We might have been able to do it, but I don't know. It would have been tight. So it was worth it to just go live and hang out with the fan for a little bit. Yeah. Join the VIP, $2.99 a month. You can hit the join button underneath the video, and you're going to get all types of perks. You get first access to merch. You get a nice star next to your name. You get access to our drop spreadsheets. You will see in the video later. Also, we have a spreadsheet on how to sweep the floor. We post all our buys and sells. We actually haven't been advertising that a bit. We also do advertisements. I did one yesterday on the live stream, and we're naming stars in the universe after the VIP as well. It is actually a great time. So the VIP, thank you to everyone who is supporting us. We had one person join yesterday, Brandon Lacos. Shout out to Brandon Lacos for joining. Actually hit Secret Rare Miles Morales number 1, 2, 3 on the drop before he joined the VIP. So he was getting the juju just from being subscribed. So you don't even have to join the VIP. Just being subscribed is enough sometimes. So shout out to Brandon Lacos. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On Twitter, you'll find our VV profile. You can follow us there. We have Discord link in the description if you want to continue the conversation. We also have a P.O. box if you want to send us something. Me and Rob are going to go there probably Monday, Tuesday, pick up some people's packages. We know we're waiting on a couple things. And also, I think the P.O. box is how you enter the Hall of Fame. If you send something, some artwork or something like that, something cool, the Hall of Fame is open for new inductees.
Still keep calm, stack on. He needs to be on his own pedestal. Yeah. Keep calm, stack on his own pedestal. And then we got to get all the Hall of Famers on there.
Yes, sir. So today we had a drop. Wolverine, Old Man Logan. Rob, did you go for the drop?
Absolutely not. But I did. I wasn't here yesterday. I did go for the Miles Morales, obviously, and man, oh man, that thing sold out so freaking fast. No chance whatsoever. Just like I've got used to getting them now.
I was saying that was the fastest rejection ever, though. Like it didn't even lag for me. I don't know how it went for you.
Yeah, I know. It was just a clean reject, right? Clean reject.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, tough. Obviously, only 3,000 editions. This one here, I think you can still buy it in the store. So very different of a drop. But yeah, I heard that this story's a pretty cool story. So might be worth it once it gets to $1 or something, just to read the story, see what it's about. Today we got an anniversary, second anniversary of VV's first ever drop. Yeah, includes cool. Todd, includes Joe Mad, includes Rizzo and Becky Clunan. So all of those started the whole thing 2 years ago today. Happy birthday, Todd, from VV Digital Collectibles.
Just the nicest collectible right there. Beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a icon, right? So we got the mariachi coming Saturday, tomorrow. We're getting a bunch of drops. I mean, a bunch of drops are coming. I got the Medium article pulled up here. So you got the guitar player, 4,800 mints, $6. So you know what I mean? Like this might be worth it just to go for this. They're not crazy amount. Actually, we might see some stamps going under though for the first time.
I think so. I think probably.
Yeah.
Guitar, like they're just stamps. They're just stamps. But people,
the thing is, there's one thing about it I got to tell you. Guitar on, that's the other common, 4,800. Then we got trumpet player, 3,800. There you go. You see the sound. You see it's on all of them.
The fact that it has sound, definitely, I think it can hold its own. It probably is an extremely cheap MCP set.
Depends how epic the sound is. I mean, look at the lenticular cards.
La cucaracha.
Vihuela player, 2,800, and then you got the ultra rare violin player, 1,800, and you got the sheet. I don't really like these sheets when they do this. Yeah. But anyway, 800 editions, so very limited on some of these. But I think we might see our first stamps going under listed for once, maybe the commons at least.
I don't know, but the sound's pretty interesting. Once I saw that, now I think I might actually go for the drop. Just gamble on the 6.
Just because it's only 6 gems, it's just fun, right?
there's very little. I've lost much more than 6 gems gambling before, so I might as well go for it just to get the sound. I feel like that's a good thing to have in my collection, so I can show, other new people that may be interested in joining Veve. Like, look what Veve has. It even has a sound AR collectible, right? So that'd be
which one's your favorite if you had to choose?
I don't know. Let's go down. Let me see them all. This is all right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got a saxophone there or no? No, I got
trumpet.
Just the
trumpet. I like this one. I like on the green. And I like this. It just reminds me of like even just the guitar. It reminds me of like classic mariachi band. Like I just playing the guitar. Sometimes they play this one here.
That one's probably my best. That's probably the best one right there.
This one here? Yeah. That's nice too. They all got the big hats.
Is that a moon in the second one? I don't know. I saw some Werewolf by Night popping up on Disney Plus the other day. Second from the left. Is that a moon in the top left?
We got moons on every single one. It looks like, or the sun. I guess these are the sun, and then this might be the moon. You're right.
Maybe it just triggered me because I saw some Werewolf by Night. We knew that was coming out. So
yeah. So we also have Labyrinth. We've heard this teased a bunch. I mean, it's been teased for like a couple months now. More than that. I mean, almost a year. I feel like I've been hearing Labyrinth. We've seen them as one of the licensors or whatnot when we were doing those deep dives on what licensors might be coming, who they're following. Right. Jim Henson was one of them. So we're finally seeing it. It looks like it's collectibles. It's the first series of collectibles. I know it's a very popular film for a lot of people who are on the app. It fits the age, the demographic. Starring David Bowie, Jennifer Connelly.
I'll be honest, I don't know anything about this dude right now on the screen.
Neither do I. I don't know anything about Labyrinth, but I know that there are a lot of people who are hyped about it. I've seen it on Twitter all day. People are very.
I know nothing about Labyrinth. I know nothing about this. Like, where is this from? Let me know below, because I think this was after my time, or sorry, before my time.
1986, so it's before both of us existed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
But I think that I'm very curious to see what the mid sizes are. I mean, we just saw Miles come out with 3,000. Are they going to be committing to these smaller mint runs, or are they going to be going back to like 10, 15K? If that is the case, I think these are going to go severely underlisted. I think there is a demographic, but I don't think everybody's in on this.
I think they need to commit to the lower mint runs. I think it's good for the app to bring the excitement back to drops. You can't have everybody landing all the time. You can't have all these high mints. You can't keep diluting the market. You need to make people excited about the drops again. Yeah. And the only way you're going to do that is you're going to have some scarcity to the drop.
Yeah, and that's what we've been talking about all week, last week. I'm happy, actually, what they did with Miles. We both didn't hit, and we still want to see more lower edition drops. I think you guys are starting to hit it. You did the proper price, like 50 gems on Miles.
I was going to say, though, when they brought out Miles Morales at 3,000, like, they have to find the balance. I did think that one was probably a little bit on the lower end.
Yeah.
Like, in the balance, they probably went a little bit too down because it had enough height that it probably could have done, 5,000, 6,000. Whereas, like, the TIE Fighter probably would have been better off as a 3,000. Things like that.
You got to think about the demand in the future. Like, if that's going to have way more demand. I think you're right. You nailed it. TIE Fighter 3,000, Miles maybe 5, 6, 10 even. Yeah. Right.
But David Yu's thinking long term here. He's thinking about when he says he has millions of users. So
yeah. So 150 secret rare, whatever it is. That's for a million millions of users. I don't know. There's a Pride and Pride 2 snapshot coming October 15th. So that's tomorrow, 8 a.m. Make sure you have your Pride stuff if you want it. They're reminding you. So no excuses if you don't have it on time at that thing. And then let's see if it goes smooth. This is from yesterday's live stream. I retweeted this live on the video. This is me reacting to Brandon Lacos sending us a picture of him hitting number 1, 2, 3 secret rare Miles Morales.
That's ultimate juju. That's
and
ultimate
he quoted
juju.
The juju was real, so we know that it is attributed to the juju.
Look, honestly, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, let it be a lesson. Because if you are subscribed, there's something called juju. And the juju is basically amazing for you on drop day. So get that juju and make sure you subscribe. I mean, it's right here. Look at his face.
If you follow us on Twitter, you see a lot of this. People always sending us all their hits. And even when we don't hit, it makes us feel nice when the fam hits, right? So just saying thanks for everyone coming out. So this is what David, you tweeted, and now we know all about it. You will need to work out the surprise in this one. And he put little sound volume things. And this is in response to the mariachis. So it's cool that you're getting stamps with some sound. First one's on the app. And then our buddy Omi Daily Burn, every day when opening the Veve app, he's got the mariachi singers in the background and someone dancing, and he's like, sub to my YouTube for multiple videos this weekend. So we're gonna see a new creator in the space.
Yeah,
he's been doing it on Twitter, but now we're gonna see him on YouTube. So I'm really excited for that.
I'm excited for that as well. We'll be watching.
So yesterday, big topic, Rob. You weren't there, but on the live stream, like a big portion of the live stream was talking about hitting the drop and how a lot of people missed it, and they were saying that it's because of where they were located. People in Asia, Australia might not have a fair shot. Omi the Clown was in the chat. Rob Stuff was in the chat. They were going back and forth. Rob Stuff mentioning how he knew some people in Europe who hit because there was some controversy if people in Europe were hitting. But we didn't have anybody in the chat from Asia or Australia say that they hit. So I asked this question. I said, did anyone from Australia fan hit Miles Morales or AF-15? Because those were the two that were brought up. How they say big drops we can never hit because we're too far away from the AWS servers, which are in Virginia. And I think there might be one in London. It's debatable. So we'll get to that because I got more on that. But shout out Veve Knight. He posted this and made me laugh. It was when we finally get Pokemon on Veve and you see Ash is like 100 years old, Pikachu 100 years old. I think that
might be us. That might be us.
Larry Wheels in the UK got the Miles drop. So this is I just trying to prove the point that some people in other these places they get it. Rob Stuff brought up a good point. Maybe less people in these locations go for the drop, so they have less of a percentage chance of hitting. I think that there is something to the AWS and being further away from the server, but I think that has something to do more with your timing than it does with the ability to get the drop. Maybe someone in the US can miss the drop or like hit it a little bit late. Like they have a better opportunity in terms of the window they have to hit the button. I think maybe they have less room for error further away from the server, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible to hit, and we'll see that. Omi the Clown post, that's a tasty burger. Dan, you ever try a Veve burger? And Dan just like, no, and he's got like serious faces. This guy's an amazing, talented artist. Like these look identical, like in terms of features, right?
He did well. I was gonna say too, Omi the Clown educating everybody. If I don't know how much it really, I think at the end timing is going to be ultimate, right? Like I think it matters distance from. So on average, the people who are further away will generally do worse because of the distance. But at the end of the day, like even here, like you got to time it so perfectly. I don't even know how to do it. I mean, I feel like sometimes like I'm in the groove and I get it so fast. Maybe sometimes just a slight slip in the you know what I mean? Like the consistency of the tap. So you just gotta go as hard as you can for every drop and hope for the best.
We've got more on this. Bandito, shout out Bandito. He has a blog up on Parology World. A long time we haven't talked about that, but he's talking about NFT drop systems, and he basically goes into detail about if you're outside AWS strongholds and the reality check on how to hit it. So he did a whole article on it.
Wow, but then
he's talking about how it's not possible or it's harder. And then Steve Wilson from Australia hit both AF-15 and Miles Morales. So, like, you don't get further than Australia. So now I'm getting confused. It's like, is he just lucky? How do you hit both? I didn't hit any of them, and I'm in Canada, right? So, I don't know. It's just I don't know at this point. I had donuts today, Superstar Money colors. Everything reminds me of that. So I said, if you guys ever see them in the wild, tweet them at us. We'll retweet it. We'll make you famous.
I should have taken a picture of the cotton candy I had yesterday at the
you should have
Leaf game.
And look at this. Omi Daily Burn, when he responded to the tweet that we put out about if people from those countries were able to land, yes, just to name a few, full drop list to come with names and addresses and shoe sizes. And he put out 3 IP addresses that did hit on Miles, and 1 in China, 1 in Singapore, 1 in Japan. So that's 3 at least.
Oh, yeah. He knows the IP addresses even of who hit.
So that he's a great follow. And something I just saw. Sorry.
So you can even get the IP because, like, I'm assuming he has the server. He must have the information through the MetaMask. He must, right? To know the IP addresses of who hits. That's crazy.
So that's the type of stuff he does. So make sure you're following him on YouTube. And also, speaking of new YouTube channels, Rob Stuff made Rob's Pokemon Stuff a new YouTube channel. I subscribed to him right before we started filming. And I can't wait.
Wait, he made a new YouTube channel? Why doesn't he just use the one that he already has?
He made a Pokemon channel, just Pokemon related. So, I mean, I think it's a smart move. If he's got a lot of Pokemon cards, a lot of graded stuff. I think it's
he does.
Fun. So if you guys are into that, we know a big portion of the community really likes Pokemon. Go give Rob Stuff a follow there on his new channel and let him know Superstar Money sent you. So Rob, let's talk about the title here. Why do we think you should not buy Miles Morales and maybe you should sell?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is this: we got the spreadsheet out, and when we did this last time, we made a few assumptions. We were pretty close on the rare and ultra rare. I think we were at like 240 for the rare, 450 for the ultra rare, and then the secret rare we were low. We went 1750. We were saying it could be maybe 1750, 2000. So what we did differently this time is we accounted for the 90. And I think on the live stream yesterday, you mentioned that there was a lot of people asking, can you do this again with the 90 removed that Veve currently has? And we did. So doing the same kind of mathematical calculation, you take the 250 minus the 90. We did the same for the 616, took away 90 to the Ben Riley, right? I guess this is a new video. So if you didn't catch the last video, we compared the Ben Riley Spider-Man to the Miles Morales Spider-Man and adjusted the mint numbers using the prices that were known from the Ben Riley to predict the prices of Miles Morales. So when you do the math, what you get is actually 3,300 gems. This is no decay, because in every case, we did like a 30% decay. You get 3,300 gems for the secret rare when you minus 90 from both, which is much more significant than what we had before. I think if you did it before, it was like 3,000. Now, if you apply decay to this, you might end up actually closer to 2,800, 2,700. But right now, it's at 3,800. Now, if you do the same math for the ultra rare, you get 350, and currently the price is 350. So you're pretty much bang on with the math there. For the rare, you get 193, and it's currently trading at 215. So this leads me to believe that the rare and ultra rare are probably priced where they need to be right now. Yeah. As long as Ben Riley holds its value. And as Ben Riley drops, so will the rare and ultra rare. But the secret rare seems a little overweight.
They might even be a little overweight as well, just because you mentioned the decay factor. We know that stuff that was purchased early on has some built-in people who are holding because they don't want to get burned. They're saying, I'm never selling. I'd rather never sell than lose this much money. So there's people holding. The longer they held, obviously bumps the price a little bit. There's all the tainted gems and all that from early on. But maybe even if you don't account for that, the predictions are right on where we are now. So, I mean, to us, even if you didn't take out the decay, you're still high on everything except no, you're still high on everything. The actual prices is the green. So yeah, you're still high on everything. The ultra rare is right there.
There's no decay, right? This is the thing. Yeah. There's no decay. So like if you were to apply decay, you can very easily come down quite a bit. Yeah. Like this can come down to 160. This can come down to 300. Yeah. This can come down to 2,800. So it's specifically the secret rare though, because there's a lot of hype. Like I think we noticed that in the super low, low mint area, like when things are very scarce, they kind of have a mind of their own. But this one here I think is truly following the hype train right now, where it's hyped up, people are buying it. I don't think it's sustainable. I really don't think the 3,800 price will hold. I mean, we were way off on our initial shot around 2,000, let's say. And even then, like at 3,300, you have another 500 gems to drop, and that's no decay. So I can see this eventually leveling off, I think, closer to the 3,000 mark than the 3,800. So someone who owns it could probably sell it and have an opportunity to actually buy it back and have some gems, on the table to use for something else. But you probably won't do that. Like if you own this, you probably bought it or you got it on the drop, you might hold it forever. This is more, I think this video is more for people who might want to buy it right now. If I were you, I would hold off. I mean, don't think you have to FOMO into everything. Look at Vader. Look at Todd. Look at everything. It continues to trend to zero. Unfortunately, our March 19th video continues to become truer and truer as every day goes by, as it continues to trend to zero. So, like, you don't have to FOMO into this. It's fresh. It came out as hyped. The math right now is not working out. If I was in the market with 4,000 gems right now, would I really buy one Miles Morales? I don't know.
I don't know. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to show you guys this ecomi wiki. We were shouting them out yesterday, but he has the new recently sold section on the side here, and they're not being sold that crazily often. I mean, there was a couple sales 15 hours ago, 14 hours ago, 13 hours ago, but then like within the last 12 hours, you've had 2 sales. So it's starting to slow in terms of how many sales are happening, and that's only going to make people maybe more antsy that their stuff's not selling, might lower the price, try and make their money, because some of these people only put in 50 gems. They want to take as much as they can and put it elsewhere, like Rob mentioned. You could buy a partner statue. I think partners was like at 3,400 or 3,300 this morning. It was ridiculous.
Well, while you pulled that up, I like what you did there, right? Bringing the amount of sales, that just shows you how the demand's starting to flutter out with the people who have 4,000 gems. How much is it?
One went for 3,200 today or a day ago. So, I mean, that's almost at 3,000. You can get a partner statue. I mean, there's got to be people thinking that who are Disney fans, who might not be Marvel fans, who might not be Miles Morales fans. Like we had that conversation yesterday as well. There are probably way more Disney fans overall. It's just who's here on the app right now. I think that ratio is a little bit smaller when it comes to Disney versus Marvel, because maybe that Disney, those Disney people are not here in waves. They've only given the one tweet. Marvel's had them in their booth at Comic-Con. Marvel's had much more advertising when it comes to that stuff. So just wanted to show the recent sales because I think that's another metric that helps understand the market.
We did a video like this before, which was do not buy Secret Rare Spider-Man. Actually, you remember that back when it was at 75,000?
Yeah.
And I think now it's trading at like 7,000. And then there's lots of reasons for that. And one of the things that we talked about is that in that super rare area, when you have very, very low mints, it almost becomes like a cult.
Yeah.
And it's the commitment to the cult, right? Like, will the people who it's not that hard for, 3 out of the 180 or 160, let's say, to start undercutting each other and start bringing down the market. And as it continues to trend down, people's minds change. So let us know your thoughts below. I would love to know if you own it. Are you going to sell it? If you don't own it, are you planning to buy it, or are you waiting? Do you think that the 3,800 price is still reasonable, or do you agree with us that it's probably maybe 1,000 gems over? So let us know your thoughts below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button so you get every single video we post every single day. You do not want to miss what we got coming. Also, you can now become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. We're trying to bring as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. Juju supposedly, we saw that, right? We saw that yesterday. So you got the Juju, you got the star, you got the star beside your name, you got the spreadsheets that you can use like we're using right now. You got that merch, you got everything that we can possibly think of, buys and sells, so you know what's going on. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for your support. We'll see you in the comments below. Take care. See you in the next one.
Love you. Bye.